next we have Buddy Guthrie.
First, I want to give my kudos to everybody here who's doing this. I am a songwriter. I've never read my works in the form of a poem in front of people before. I'm actually pretty nervous doing this as compared to singing it in front of people. So these, my songs usually start out as poems, and then they morph into songs. But their rawest format is the original poem, and I think I have a couple of them here that I think are really strong in that original poem format, and that's where I want to start with. My first one here comes with a story, and then the rest of them I'll go through pretty quickly. This one, about 7 months ago, I was living in D.C. It was October-ish. I was taking a class downtown in the middle of D.C. I had a backpack full, heavy with books and my gym clothes for the day, my work clothes, everything was just piled into this backpack. It was a cool evening, so I had a hoodie that I was wearing, and the only hoodie that was in the right format for what I could wear for that night was the camouflage hoodie that I had from hunting back this way. So I was pretty homesick at the time, so I had this big West Virginia beard going on. So I'm walking through D.C. with a camouflage hoodie, a huge backpack, and a big West Virginia beard. I'm sure they all think I'm a homeless person trekking up the streets. And coming through Georgetown. And I get towards the end of Georgetown, and I see this Middle Eastern guy, I guess would be Pakistani, but I don't know enough to really put exactly anything towards what it was. But he had a shirt on that said, "Fuck you, redneck." And I look at him and I get caught in this, just stuck in this post. And my hand instantaneously reaches the buck knife in my pocket. And I have hold of it in my hand, and what's going through my head is, go gut this guy in the middle of the street. And so I'm stuck with this motion of hate. And he catches my eyes, and we're glancing at each other, and we're stuck in this moment of just like staring at each other. He gets in the car and drives away, and I'm still standing there, and I'm stuck in this hate. And I have this, I'm hating the fact that he's wearing a shirt. I'm hating the fact that he's getting away with wearing a shirt. I'm hating the fact that he has enough reason to want to wear the shirt. I'm hating the fact that society casts the blame into groups and people just get angry at each other and all this hate's going on anywhere. But more than anything else, I'm just hating the hate. I ended up walking home 5 miles that night instead of catching the bus. Still filled with this hate. I went to bed, my back was sore, my head was throbbing, and I couldn't sleep. I woke up in the morning, and this poem/song came out of me, and it's called "Stop the Hate." So, and you'll have to forgive me if I end up singing it, because I do get nervous up here, and that's my escape mechanism. But it goes, I've got a soul that loves for freedom. I've got a soul that loves for freedom. I've got a heart that cries for change. I've got a pounding head from last night, and aching back from yesterday. Yes, we might all be different, but in the end, Lord, ain't we all the same? And if we're lucky, a chance tomorrow to get back up and play this crazy game. We've got to lose this hatred growing deep down in our souls. We're all just looking for the answers that'll somehow make us whole. So before we start our judging of what one another do, why don't we get back to loving the way God told us to? This world can be so empty when you go through it alone. This world can be so ugly looking down on it from your throne. But ain't the real beauty held within us, each and every one? We're all a part of the big picture that can never come undone. So before we start judging of what one another do, why don't we get back to loving the way God told us to? I've got a soul that loves for freedom. I've got a heart that cries for change. I've got a pounding head from last night, and aching back from yesterday.